everyone, today we're going to talk about one of the most well-known ideas in language learning, Crescent's theory of second language acquisition. This theory was introduced by Stephen Crescent, a linguist who wanted to explain how people actually learn a new language. So, he proposed 5 main hypotheses that describe this process. Here, I want to explain the first one, called the acquisition learning hypothesis. So, according to Crescent, there are 2 main ways we develop a language. The first one is acquisition, the second is learning. So, acquisition happens naturally, just like how children learn their first language by listening, speaking, and understanding without worrying too much about grammar. And learning, on the other hand, is a conscious process where we study rules, memorize vocabulary, and try to correct our mistakes. So, Cass believes both are useful, but real fluency comes from acquisition when we can use the language naturally and confidently without ever thinking every rule.
The second theory, I will explain Stephen Crescent's monitor hypothesis. Crescent says there are 2 systems in learning a language, acquisition and learning. Acquisition is natural, we learn through real communication, like children learning their first language. Learning is conscious studying grammar and rules in class. Crescent explains that learning only works as a monitor to check or correct our sentences, not to make us fluent. For example, a student says he goes to school. He goes to school. Here, students use monitor to correct the grammar. In conclusion, acquisition builds fluency while learning improves accuracy. Good teachers should balance both.
Okay, now the third theory, natural order hypothesis. Crescent's natural order hypothesis states that learners acquire grammatical structures in a fixed and predictable order, regardless of the order which they are taught. For example, English learners typically acquire the ing ending before the third person singular s. The order of acquisition is determined by internal natural progression, not the teaching sequence. Understanding this helps us support students more effectively by respecting their internal pace and providing appropriate input.
Now, the 4th theory is input hypothesis. Input hypothesis explains that people learn a second language by understanding messages, not by memorizing grammar. He calls this comprehensible input or A+1 meaning. Language that is just a bit above the learner's current level. For example, watching English videos with subtitles helps learners understand meaning while picking up new words naturally. Teachers should focus on giving students meaningful, interesting input through stories, songs, or videos rather than only grammar drills. When students understand and enjoy what they hear or read, they learn faster and feel more confident. In short, we acquire language through understanding, not through grammar rules.
Okay, now let's move to the 5th theory, the affective filter hypothesis. This theory says that our emotions can actually affect how well we learn a new language. When we feel confident, relaxed, and motivated, our mind is open. So it's easier to understand and remember things. That's called a low affective filter. But when we feel nervous, shy, or scared of making mistakes, our affective filter goes up and it blocks learning. Even if we hear a lot of English, it doesn't stay in our brain because we're too anxious to process it. So the key idea is emotions matter. A fun, supportive classroom helps lower the filter and makes language learning smoother and more enjoyable.